Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cherry the Geek TV. I'm Joe Vanourney. Sweetwater is a fantastic new sports biopic about Hall of Famer Nat Sweetwater Clifton, who made history as the first African American to sign an NBA contract, forever changing the game of basketball forever. It comes out in theaters on April 14th, and today we are joined by the writer and director of Sweetwater, Martin Guigui. Martin, welcome to Cherry the Geek TV.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for pronouncing my name, my birth name so perfectly.
You're welcome. What's the origin of this film? When did you first hear the name Nat Sweetwater Clifton, and at what point did you decide that, hey, I want to make a movie about this guy?
In 1995, April of 95, I walked into the Basketball Hall of Fame for the first time in my life. And the three names that were thrown at me in terms of my curiosity being piqued was Chuck Cooper, Earl Lloyd, and Sweetwater Clifton. And what kind of piqued my interest was that there was a little asterisk next to that. Earl Lloyd was the first to play, Chuck Cooper was the first drafted, and Sweetwater Clifton was the first African-American to sign a contract in the NBA. So I thought, wow, this is interesting. There's got to be a story behind that. Why is it that in this particular case, it isn't a Jackie Robinson or it isn't a Jesse Owens? It's specifically about these three players. And there began the voyage, the journey of a lot of research, many years of interviews, conversations, a lot of help from the NBA and the families involved in the story, the Lapchick family, the Sapersteins, Sweetwater's estate, and so on and so forth, the Vanderways, Nick organizations, folks from the press. Everybody contributed over that 2.5 decades to try to figure out what happened and how come it hasn't been told. So everybody's collective impetus and goal was that, well, let's try to get the facts right, keep it real, keep it truthful and authentic. And that was a lot of our mantra on the set as well, Joe. The authenticity of the time, the vernacular, the way people spoke, behaved, etc. back then. So to answer your question, yeah, it piqued my interest to want to know exactly how it happened.
Let's talk about your amazing cast. This lead role of Nat Sweetwater Clifton obviously is kind of a different. If that role doesn't work, the whole movie doesn't work, right? So you've got this amazing actor,
Everett Osborne.
Everett Osborne. Where did you find him? What was the process of casting him, and what about him embodied the role?
We were. Excuse me. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of submissions came in for that role, as you can imagine. And Everett's audition piece had so much passion and spirituality to it. Not that others didn't, but his had something very real. There was a connective tissue to history in his audition. And when we met, immediately I knew that this was meant to be, that he was the chosen one, so to speak, that he was born to play this role. And he made life easy for all of us because, as others might have told you, or those who see the picture will attest that his ability as an actor is wonderful. He's an extremely talented actor, a gifted actor, but he's equally as gifted as a basketball player. And we didn't have to cheat any of this, right? That was the amazing part, was that he embodied the personality and also the athleticism of Sweetwater Clifton all in one person. So we were blessed that he walked into our lives and that we walked into his. Meant to be.
And he's joined by other great actors, Carrie Elwes, Richard Dreyfuss, Jeremy Piven, Kevin POLLAK. They're all fantastic in this film. We're almost out of time. Anything you want to add about the rest of the cast?
Loved not only the lead cast, and yeah, it was amazing to work with friends. There's nothing replaces jumping out of bed to do things that you love to do with people that you love. And it was equally felt that way with supporting roles and people who remained loyal to the project after so many years. So I'm beyond gratitude, beyond words of how this became a Sweetwater family to make the movie that we made.
Well, it's an amazing film. Anybody that likes sports films, sports biopics, want to learn something about someone that may not have been on your radar, check out Sweetwater, coming out in theaters April 14th. Martine, thanks so much for joining us on Cherry the Geek TV.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Take care.
This ain't about the color of my skin. It's about being true to the game of basketball.
Nathaniel Clifton, I always know you was born with a higher purpose.
Joe Lapchick.
Not Clifton. Some call me Sweetwater.
I coach a team called the New York Knickerbockers.
Ain't no Negroes playing your league.
It's not gonna be like that forever.
The NBA champs got their asses kicked by an all-Negro team.
Trotters, it's like a circus, though. It's Ringling Bros.
Sweetwater knows this game better than anyone. I will fight for this. I want to fight with you.
Sweetwater, that was your last game wearing a Trotter uniform. Your next game will be in a Knicks jersey.
You know you can't play him.
The guy is the future of the NBA.
Change is happening, but I don't know that my city can take it.
This ain't about the color of my skin.
You need to move away from my lily white pumps.
It's about being true to the game of basketball.
It's unnecessary to have all this razzle-dazzle on our courts, and that's what the Negro players will do.
But every time we step on this court, it means something.
You ready to change the game?
Oh, I was born ready.